Disappointing loss, they all are, but we a ton of respect for GW's team. They're an offensive team, that guarded well in the first half, aided by some ridiculous turnovers by us. But it was a game we did not want it to be. They are the best offense in the A-10. Obviously, an incredibly talented James Bishop and much improved Brendan Adams. And if you try to outscore them, they're very similar to UMass last season. They can beat anybody. UMass last year beat Rutgers. GW's this year beat a South Carolina team that just went and won at Rupp. We didn't get our process done. Simply put, there are goals, there are areas we focus in on both sides of the ball, and our mindset was not there. We were too casual, and if you're casual about your mindset, anything can take mental real estate, and that happened to us. But kudos to GW. They played really well, offensively especially.
Questions for Ronald?
What kind of was your take on the turnover issue there, especially early on?
We just a couple bad ones, well, a lot of bad ones. I had 2 bad ones. We just got to be more solid with the ball. And just like you said, you can't be casual. You can't just be out there to be out there. We got to be solid and just can't let them take our ball.
What were you seeing out there? I know Josh was, they were really kind of honing in on him in the first half. What was kind of their mindset out there in the first half compared to the second half? Because it seemed like things opened up a little bit.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, what was
Sorry.
just the difference between the halves? It looked like the first half was very low scoring. They were really kind of honing in on Josh down under. The second half, everything just kind of opened up a little bit.
Second half, I just felt like we lost our discipline defensively. Bishop got high. They got high from 3. We didn't come out locked in the second half. So it just became a scoring game. That's where they thrive. They hit some tough shots, and that's where they got the lead from.
Ronald, you guys held them to 1 point over the final 2:58. What was working defensively down the stretch to get you guys into position to make something happen late?
I think we just switched our defense up, throw a couple things at them. Josh protected the rim really well. He had a couple blocks. And then just really rebounding. I don't think there's many second shots in the last couple minutes. So just holding them to 1 shot, really, that's what really changed when it was missing.
Anything else? Thanks, Ron.
Thank you.
It's thrown in my face. Did you sense, especially early in that second half, that things were getting sped up more than you wanted them to? And how hard is it to get a game like that once it gets sped up, back more under?
Not sped up. Sped up's not the word, not the phrase I'd use. They got off to a good start.
Loosey-goosey?
Loosey-goosey from the onset, the onset. I'm not sure they were causing, there were some turnovers they did cause, with some pressure. It's just the challenge with young people, and it's what we're, charged to do, and it's our job, and we'll get it done. But it's just playing with a sense of urgency and a sense of discipline at all times. You don't get what you deserve and get what you earn. We earned this loss, by the way we went about our process every step of the way. I mean, there are plays I can think about, offensive rebound that led to a big corner 3 from them. We're face guard block out. We don't face guard block out. Block out with your backside and your back, and your arms are out like a gate. I mean, it's the turnovers are ridiculous. I said this to Ticket last season. A lot of his drives, he'd be finishing off 1 foot. I said, just stop. Just play off 2 feet. Just stop. You drive it, just stop. It's getting that point with the turnover. Just stop. The plays aren't even things we're trying to, I don't know what we're trying to accomplish with them some of the time. So sped up's not the term I want, but we did not want this to be an offensive game. Like, again, they are identical to UMass last season. Noah Fernandez, James Bishop. They're identical.
Coach, Joshua Durham, no points first half. Let me look at the total. 17 in the second half. What changed there? I mean, first half looked like they kind of were.
No, there was nothing they did. He just missed chippies. He missed the shots right at the front of the rim. And he made those same shots in the second half. He made his free throws tonight. It's a process to go about winning. More games are lost than they're won. You know, and like honestly, us and Davidson, neither one of us could figure out who wanted to lose the game, right? Like Davidson, we make a bad defensive play that gives them a layup at Foster Loyal layup at the end. They just decide not to box out. We didn't win against Davidson. Davidson lost because they didn't get a defensive rebound, truthfully. Tonight it got like that, you know, towards the end. You know, they won the game in the middle part of the second half, scoring the ball. They did a really good job scoring. You know, we lost the game because we just absolutely refused to get a stop, and that's incredibly disappointing, you know, especially on your home court.
Those final couple possessions, I know there were timeouts in between there with the time winding down. Was there a certain play call, certain person you wanted to kind of have a look at?
Yeah, they deflected our inbound pass to Josh. Good play by, it was Amir Harris. Good play by Amir Harris to deflect the inbound pass to Josh. Ended up in Coop's hand. You know, he made a secondary play. Got in, didn't throw an on-time, on-target pass. That's part of the process. You know, delivering on time through Justin a bad pass. Justin missed a pretty routine three. Great effort by Lindo by stopping Coop's drive and running off Justin. We get the offensive rebound. Coop takes an off-balance shot. They get the ball. We got a foul. He missed a free throw. Wanted VJ to go in and create. Again, he threw a lofty pass to Coop. Coop, if the shot would have went in, it wouldn't have counted anyway. He didn't get it off because the pass wasn't on time and on target.
Kim, you talked about, I guess, just a lack of, you know, focus or something like that. What can you credit? Can you point your finger on why things were the way they were? Was it, you know, 3 games in a short period of time?
No,
or?
I'm not keen on excuses. You know, and I can't speak for our players. I'm not in their brains. I don't know how focused they were. Again, we have a process. You know, in my year and some change here at Mason, I feel like we are much better as the hunter. And it's disappointing. You know, like I've never had any problems thinking or worrying about our guys going into Maryland or Georgia or versus Dayton or St. Bonaventure at St. Louis. I have no issues with our guys. They're comfortable in that spot. As our program takes the next step, it's a swagger, it's a maturity, it's a nastiness, it's a toughness, it's a discipline, it's a consistency, it's a solidness, it's a way about yourself that you handle yourself in these games. Protecting your home court, and really disappointed in our guy. It was exactly the game we didn't want it to be. I said to our guys before the game, if this is a game where they're shooting 52% and we're shooting 53%, we're in trouble. And they shot 54.8 in the second half. We shot 57.7. We're in trouble.
Bishop had 19, I think 15 of those came in the second half. What was the approach, and how difficult of a guard is he?
Yeah, no, he's a good guard. They had good counters to our ball screen attack. We changed it. He had a flip. If going into this game you told me James Bishop had 19 points on 19 shots, I'd feel good about it. I thought it was 40. I looked up and I was surprised, but he didn't have a lot. He only made 2 field goals in the first half, but it was in that middle section of the second half where we just trying to find someone to guard him. You know, we threw the kitchen sink. I mean, we switched, we blitzed, we went zone. So he had a good spurt.
You mentioned process the other day in terms of being ready to win games like that. You mentioned process today and just kind of detailed what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe not be. How much patience does it require, and how frustrating is it that maybe you're not as far into the process of being that mature team
Yes,
as you'd like to
yeah,
be.
yeah.
Not that it's
Process is this moment, so it takes a lot of patience and there's a lot of frustration, to answer your question particularly, but the process is it's in the moment, there's a process. We look at film after every game the same, learn from it, get better at it. The challenge is, how are you going to get through to them to do what you need to do? We have a process. We have 10 game goals that we want to accomplish every game. It's just a decision. It's just a decision, and we gotta make sure our young guys are building the right habits as they're young guys in our program, because the old guys ain't got it, especially the old transfers. They ain't got it. So we'll keep trying to help them get it, but but I am over the top committed to making sure our young guys have it. Mekanaji was incredible in his 1 minute and 24 seconds. Devin Dinkins has some good moments. Justin's coming. It's a decision as a man that you have to make, to box out with your backside, to defensive rebound with two hands, to meet passes in transition, to make your free throws, to not turn the ball over. It's a decision you have to make.
Anything else for Kim?